for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Prime Minister. May I now invite His Excellency, the President of the Republic of South Africa, to deliver his statement.
Okay. Well, Honorable Prime Minister and my good friend Anwar Ibrahim, distinguished guests, ministers who are here present, I wish to thank you, Prime Minister Anwar, for the invitation you have extended to us as South Africans, and for the very warm welcome that we witnessed as we were coming in. We have hardly been able to see such a warm welcome, which was displayed not only by your ministers and key officials, but by young people at school and at universities. So that truly warmed our hearts. The ties between our two countries did not start during the period of the struggle against apartheid. It started more than 300 years ago. So there's a lot of history between our two countries. Our nations are bound together by ancestry and a shared resistance to the atrocities of slavery and colonialism. One of my former ministers, who is now writing a book about his own family, traces his history, his family history, to Malaysia, and how his forebears were taken to South Africa as slaves, and he has been able to trace it in great detail, which in many ways speaks to the bonds between our two countries. So when we come to Malaysia, it's like coming home. Much as there are memories of sadness, but it is like coming home. And we'd like to thank you for inviting us to come. As the people of South Africa, we will forever remain grateful to the people and the government of Malaysia for your support in our struggle for freedom, but also in the formative years of our democracy. So this meeting today constitutes an important step towards what I would call revitalizing and strengthening our relations. We have reconfirmed that trade and investment opportunities need to be expanded between our two countries, particularly during this period of geopolitical tensions and challenges, where trade is being used as a weapon. We do believe, as you do too, that we need to expand our market base, and having been so closely related to one another and it tapered down over the years, we would like to recalibrate that and make sure that our ties get stronger and stronger. So South Africa will strive to further strengthen our existing collaboration in the many areas of common interest. The momentum which these consultations have generated should not be lost. Beyond yourself and myself, I'm pleased to know that our ministers and our officials have started the collaboration process and will extend it even beyond this visit. We agree that regular meetings of this nature will keep us focused as we strive to reach the full potential of our cooperation, while at the same time strengthening the bonds of solidarity that bind us together. So South Africa attaches great importance to its relations with Malaysia. It is my hope that we will continue to strengthen our friendship and our cooperation as two nations with the various exchanges that we should have. It would be most fitting that we rekindle also our people-to-people relations, especially in education, as you talk about exchanges between our universities, at research level, at student exchange level, and we should also broaden the exchanges at the cultural level and also at the sport level. And of course, you know what a great sporting country we are. We win world championships, not that we're here to boast, but that's the reality. A number of foreign policy issues were also touched upon, as you have also touched on, and these include the situation in the Middle East and particularly Palestine. We are deeply grateful for the support that you have given to South Africa, as South Africa demonstrated its support for the people of Palestine. As you correctly said during our bilateral meeting, our support for Palestine was not just a fanciful act. It is born out of our own experience during our consultation or bilateral. You did mention that the concept of apartheid is also what we see being practiced in that part of the world. And it is this that has motivated South Africa to raise our complaint to the International Court of Justice, a move that you have supported us in, much as it has been risky and fraught with a lot of opposition. But we thank you for acknowledging that it was a courageous move on our part, and we will continue to seek justice for the people of Palestine, like the world sought to see justice for us as South Africans when they also went to the United Nations to declare apartheid a crime against humanity. And we, seeing the genocide that is unfolding in Gaza, saw fit that we should act in the same way that the world acted when they opposed apartheid. And we count you as one of those countries that joined in the opposition against apartheid and also against what is happening in Gaza. We together engage in a number of multilateral forums where at a diplomatic level we work together, and we obviously want to deepen that. And our pull-aside meeting in Brazil led to this rekindling of the relationship between South Africa and Malaysia. And we agreed that we need to strengthen our relations as we strengthen the South-South relations at a global level. And we also discussed how South Africa, as being part of the AU and SADC, can be closely linked to ASEAN. And in this regard, we would like to thank you for inviting South Africa to participate in the ASEAN Summit, which we are grateful for. And we are really pleased that in the spirit of friendship and cooperation between our two nations, you have agreed to honor us with your presence at the G20 Summit, which takes place next month in Johannesburg in South Africa. And we await to welcome you there together with the business delegation that you are going to bring, which will help to solidify our relations at a trade and investment level. And our ministers are going to be fully engaged in crafting memoranda of understanding in a number of areas, in defense, in trade and industry, in agriculture, in areas such as halal foods, and so forth. So we need to upgrade the trade between our two countries. Where we are trading now, the level is just too low. We need to upgrade it to a much higher level. And Prime Minister, in extending the friendship and cooperation between us, I wish to extend to you an invitation to visit South Africa as a state-level visit in 2026. So your visit to South Africa now for the G20 is just the warming up process. G20 is just the warming up process. So I want you to come in a full-blown visit to South Africa, and we will be honored to welcome you to the most beautiful country in the world, South Africa. But having come to Malaysia for the first time, I now see that South Africa has competition. Malaysia is also beautiful. So you join the ranks of the most beautiful countries in the world. So thank you for